Hello, make a batch of slime with me. Well, I tell a story on how, in 2nd grade, something weird happened. Okay, welcome back to my channel. I will do more story times like this, but yeah. Anyways, we're making a batch of slime. Oh crap, there's not a lot left in this. So basically, when I was in 2nd grade, this was about April 2023, and there's this kid in my class, and his name was Jonathan, and he wasn't like weird or anything, but I know for a fact he was on something weird. No, so I like didn't interact with him that much. I mean, he was my friend, but like I didn't interact with him much, and basically I don't know how to explain it. He like, I don't know, but like I started talking to him more and more over the months, and then April, he passes a note to me, and it says, wanna be my GF, Y, or N? Circle one. Oh my god. So 2nd grade me was like oblivious and just like did not care, simply. So I'm like, maybe I'll just say yes to see what happens. I mean, I didn't actually like him like that, but like, you know. Hold on, let me get the shaving cream. He needs some of this because that hair. So basically, it's so as I said, I'm like, okay, just to see what happens. And then it's like going fine. He's not being very weird. And my best friend Anthony, I still talk to him. Anthony's like my best friend. We are like this, okay? We are that close. Basically, he was like, hey, why did you say yes? I'm like, I just wanted to see what happened. I like don't actually like that. And he's like, okay, well, I've heard that your best friend Lucy, my best friend Lucy, who I still talk to her sometimes, but she goes to a different school now. And basically, she dated Jonathan from like Valentine's Day to like the next day because he was a little weirdo. Yeah, and I'm like, oh really? And he's like, yeah, so like be careful. And I'm like, okay. But obviously my 2nd grade self did not listen, and I did not be careful. This man was like, oh my god, this thing will not get out. He was just like, I don't know how to explain it. But all is like, well, he lives in a different state, goes to a different school. Thank God's green earth. But yeah. So, May 2023, we're sitting at desks, because at the time we like sat together, and we were doing 2nd grade poems, and it was like, oh, vote on which one you like the best, blah blah blah. So you had to like, basically, if you wanted to do a poem, you had to pick one, and you had to like memorize it and then present it in front of the class. And so basically, I picked like a spider one or something. I do not remember it at all, but all I remember is that it was something about a spider. And mine got voted the least. Like, no one really voted for it except like obviously my friends and stuff. But so I was like a little sad. I was like a little gloomy. But like I was like fine. And I was putting my Chromebook away. This man decides to freaking put his arm around me like, hold on, like, pretend this is me. He flowing like this. Oh my god. And I looked at this man like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, my dad told me that this is how you treat a woman. I'm like, now this is what I want to say. Okay, well, then your dad's a dummy, because get the freak away from me. 6 feet away. COVID, 6 feet away. But honestly, I just like shrugged him off and just like went away as the diva I am. And but yeah, this man decides to put his arm around me when I was putting my arm away. And yeah, it was just weird. And then a few days later, it was like free time, I guess, like just do whatever you want. And so we were passing notes to each other. Where it's just like this is kind of boring. Like, it's so silent. Blah blah blah. This man decides to. Oh, that fell off. Okay, how do I? Oh my god! It like pausing the story real quick because this thing just literally fell off. Okay. And he like, yeah, we were passing notes, and then I was like oblivious, so I did not know what happened, and he passed a note that said, "Wanna kiss behind a tree," and I'm like, okay, no, what are you on? Are you on? You look like a chihuahua on crack anyway. So I'm like, so I said no, and he's like, why? And I'm like, because we're too young, the freak. And then it goes silent for a few minutes, and it's like uncomfortable silence. And hold on, side note, at this time, my teacher was like temporarily not teaching for a bit, so we had this substitute teacher who I loved. She was my best friend. Oh my god, I still talk to her to this day. Like, this girl, she was like the girl I could go for advice to. Like, we were that close. Yeah, so it's like an uncomfortable silence, so I'm like scared now. And then he passes a note. He has, like, hold on, pretend like I'm writing the note. This is what he looked like. Excuse me. And this man passed me the note. I'm not gonna say this. My father is in the other room, like literally in the wall, straight in front of me. Please. And so I'm like, oh heck no. Like, no, what? And then I'm like, why? And then he's like, and I'm like, we are 8 years old. What are you on? Please tell me, what are you on? Like, do you need help? Do you need like a psychiatrist or something? Like, and yeah, so the next day, I was at home and my mother was doing my hair. My mother was like doing like a cute little hairstyle. She was like curling, like she was like curling my hair and then like brushing it out. So it was like that cute like country girl style. And I'm like, Mom, and she's like, yeah, like she knew about it this time. She was like, okay, just like no kissing. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, Mom, and she's like, yeah. And then I went, Jonathan said, and she's like, Hallie, and I'm like, what? Like, at this time I was so oblivious. Second grade me was way too innocent. And she's like, you need to get rid of him right now. And at that point I was like worried and concerned, as second grade me is, and I was like, why? And she's like, just get rid of him, please. Like, do you know the meaning of? And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, I'm not saying the meaning. And so she explained the meaning. Sorry. And I'm like, oh my god, no, I'm getting rid of him. And she's like, yes, girl. So, the next day, I don't know what that color. The next day, I told my substitute teacher, and she's like, did he actually say this? And I'm like, yeah, he did. I had the note for proof because I had it like in my backpack pocket. And so I like showed her the pocket and she's like, oh my God, get rid of him right now. And apparently this whole time, like his ex-girlfriend, he's had like 5 girlfriends like in the past year. And, so she was like, oh girl, get rid of him. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm getting rid of it. Because apparently he had been flirting with her this whole time. And I'm like, oh heck no. So, yeah. And we went on break. Or no, we didn't go on break. I dumped that, bro. And in that day, the bro was like the rudest anybody could be. And I'm like, bro, you literally asked me for, and I said no. Like how smart I am. Because why would you ask that? Like, are you on crack or something? And the bro was just so mean. So then, so like we did not talk to each other for the rest of the year. A year later, I'm in 3rd grade. So like kind of at the beginning of 3rd grade, I want to say like November, he moved out of that state. Thank the Lord. Oh crap. And in the lunch line, this is when he first got like a man bun, which I don't judge man buns, but like it did not fit this bro. And yeah. So in the lunch line, I had like short hair where it was like to here. It was like a bob basically, because I was obsessed with Stranger Things and I wanted Eleven's hair, so I got a bob. And we were in the lunch line. I was walking back to my class while his class was like just getting their lunch, and this man decides to freaking, hold on, I'm just gonna stand up for the definition. So I was walking this way, he was walking that way. This man decides to check me out. Oh my God, this profile moment. And I'm like, no. Like, I am not joking when I tell you this man was ugly. And then that's when he moved away. So yeah, that's how that's basically the story time of when I avoided. Yeah, sadly I did not get to finish this line, but it's like, okay, I guess. But bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.